Morning. Good morning, Jean. I'm gonna move my monitor here so that I can show you my wall. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I thought a dog fight was going to happen outside. So I have a little bit of an update, not a big one. So it might be a short video today. But I did get half of Vintage Bow Tie done this weekend. I'm going to go slow so it doesn't go out of focus. But I had to take part of the Jelly Roll sampler off the wall so I could get this up here. So there's 5 rows of the 10 done. The other 5 are in my pile here. What I did add to this label that's on each of these clipped rows is a directional arrow as to which way the seams need to go when I'm done. Because by the time I get done sewing the row, I'm like, okay, which way did the seams go? So I made it real easy for myself and put that on the label. And then I was working out a border idea. So I put that yellow gingham up there because gingham just came to mind for me. And I thought I'd do green just because there was more green in this quilt. Since I had 7 fat quarters that I used on this one, there's a lot of green. But yellow just kind of was speaking to me. And I don't know if I want to do that, if I even want to put a border on it. So it is currently 55 inches wide. And when I get the other rows on, it'll be 61 inches long. So I'm thinking a 6-inch border, which would make it 67 inches wide by 73 inches long, which is, to me, a much more comfortable size quilt. But I don't know. I'm not sure how I want to do this. I was looking through the hashtag on Instagram for pictures and went to the Facebook page for fig tree quilts, and I didn't get any inspiration. I also looked at some quilt patterns by Lori Holt, and some of her borders are really simple and some of them are really intricate, and I don't know how much more work I want to put into this. So I'm thinking just a plain border. So I'm going to do some online shopping since I don't have any Lori Holt suppliers in my area, and look for a gingham fabric that I think would work well with this for a border. I think it needs to be bright and cheery like the quilt itself, either red or white, or red or yellow. I don't know. I'll look more into that and we'll talk about that, but I'm going to try to get the last 5 rows done here in the next couple, by the end of the week for sure. Tomorrow and Wednesday are pretty busy days, so maybe I'll work on it during our sew along on Thursday. I'm not sure. So I'll talk more about that. But so today is, yesterday was the 23rd, so that was also the day for the newest, I'm not sure, where did I put it? Here it is. So Primitive Gatherings, I'm doing my monthly minis, which are quilts. This was the first one, and this was the second one. And today the third one came out, which is a Blue Goose mini quilt. This is 18 by 18. I haven't gone through and picked out any fabrics as of yet. I don't know if I'm going to use someone else's fabrics from my Civil War reproduction section, or if I'm going to maybe use, I think I can get away with using the Jelly Roll of the American Gatherings too. It's really only saying 2 fabrics, 2 different blues and 3 different whites. So I don't know. I'm going to spend some time thinking about that too, but it's blue and white. And I don't know if I'm thinking maybe red, white, and blue. I'm not sure yet, since I'm in the mood for red, white, and blue. I don't know if I'll do it or not. But the thing is, before I even consider it, I've got to get, I want this one done. So I'm going to focus on getting this quilted, finished quilting, because it's almost done. It's not that far away from being finished. As you can see, I don't have much further to go on the rows on this. And then get it bound. And then get the top finished for this. The second one, I still have several. I have three rows of these blocks to go. So I will, first of all, I want to change my focus to getting this one finished. And then we can start thinking about number 3. So that's my plan with that. And also, as far as primitive gatherings goes, my quilty box, it comes every other month, is coming today in the mail. And I'll do an unboxing of that tomorrow. But this is the quilt block, or the quilt along that's in that one. And I never did pick out a background fabric for this project. So I'm just kind of gathering it all in this box. Gathering it all. These are the fabrics that came for the blocks themselves. I just have to pick out a background. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. And this, or even if I'll do it this year. I don't know. I'm going to hold on to that idea for a minute. I'm going to try to find what some finished quilts I could at least look at, so I have an idea of where it's going to finally look like, so I can kind of determine what kind of background fabric I want to use. So we'll see. I'm not even 100% sure of that yet. The slumber block party that I was pulling patterns from last week, I think the last one, yeah, the last designer posted hers today, and then we got one on Saturday and Sunday as well, and then there's corner blocks tomorrow and finishing on Wednesday. So these are the latest blocks that came out. So there's the flag block, there was this mosaic butterfly, and today is this ball jar flower. So there's this, I'm not so sure, I'm not a big fan of this one. So I'm not sure if I'll even do that one. But the others are really, really cute. And I have to have fabric for that. I don't want to go solids. I've got to find just the right red, white, and blue. And I think it's exactly what it needs to be. Because you're putting a flag in there, it's got to be red, white, and blue. And the lighthouse, it's got to be red, white, and blue. The nautical flags, they have to be red, white, and blue. And I keep thinking of when I was the popsicle one. So this totally brought up a memory. So when it's pretty much stuck in my brain, because when I was a teenager, I think I was 14 and my sister was, pick out a busy one. I like that idea. I really do. Yeah. And I'm kind of, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but I want to see more. I want to see what the quilt looks like. So when I was 14 and my sister was 11, my dad drove us up north Wisconsin here to a city called Minocqua, and bought us and at that time when I was 14, so I'm 58, so it was a vintage truck converted into a concession stand. So we became owners of the Popcorn truck, Pacorn. And We sold popcorn, snow cones, cotton candy. We dispensed pop and hot dogs at some point, and I don't know what other things we had, but we also then, like the next year or two, we got a vintage Cushman golf cart kind of thing, and had an ice box. My uncle built an ice box to put in the back of the bed. I'm going to have to find the pictures for these things and share them with you. But for years, while I was in high school, and my sister was in junior high at the time. I don't know, she's 3 years younger than me. She hated it. She didn't like doing it at all. I didn't like the cleanup part, but because sugar's very, it makes a mess. But we made a little ice cream buggy out of this Cushman. And my uncle built like this ice box that we just filled with dry ice. And we went around the neighborhoods driving this thing and sold ice cream. And there was, those popsicles that were red, white, and blue. It's totally what came to mind. And I thought that was a very good memory to bring out. And that lasted until I was 18. So for 4 years, we have this truck. On the weekends, we went to like big events like the Lions picnic and the old car show. And then during the week, we sat on Main Street and plugged into this, what was it called? I can't think of the name of the department store, but they let us plug into their electricity so that we could run our truck and make popcorn and stuff like that. So it was, to me, it's a very fond memory of our summers. And then this Cushman, they're old. They were like 3-speed on the columns, and then during the summertime, we would sit the ice cream buggy at the municipal pool where everybody would go and swim and have fun. So that was kind of fun. We'd go like during a couple hours in the middle of the day. So that was, I think, once I got my driver's license, I think is when we got all of this, because I had to leave the truck on Main Street. My sister sat there, go home and get that and drive it to the pool, and then come back, put everything back in the freezer, and then come back. And then in the evening, we go drive around in neighborhoods and stuff like that. So it's a very good memory of my childhood. I enjoyed that. I really did. And I kind of wouldn't mind having something like that again. I just don't want to like put it all together. I want it to come with everything it has. And all I have to do is just buy like sugar and popcorn and oil and butter and just drive the truck. I just wouldn't want to put a whole lot of work and effort into it. So anyway, that was fun. I thought I'd share that with you. What else do we got going on here? So tomorrow we will meet at 10 a.m. and we will talk about the Laundry Basket Quilts Birthday Mystery. And that is block number 26 comes out tomorrow. And the Spooky and Sweet Quilt Along week 4, the final, I think, the layout and the assembly of the blocks. So we will be talking about those two things tomorrow and my plans for that. And I'll continue to working on the vintage bow tie because I think I can get this together really quickly. I did time myself when I sewed together a row. It takes like 15 minutes. It takes a little longer to sew it to the next row, but I did 2 at a time. And then I added row 5 to rows 3 and 4, and then added 3, 4, and 5 to rows 1 and 2. So it went together fairly quickly. So I'll do some research on fabric for a border because I think it's going to need a border. I'm not going to do anything intricate or busy or crazy or different. I'm just going to slap a border on it, 6-inch border on it. So I need 6.5-inch strips, and then figure out what kind of binding I'm going to put on it and go from there. And a backing. Oh my goodness. I don't know when I'm going to get this quilted, but at least I can get that picked out. So there we are. That's my update for today. And I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. And we'll talk about laundry basket quilts and spooky and sweet mystery quilt. You guys have a great day. Get out and enjoy the sunshine if you can. And I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Bye now.